Bush on the beat.
Right, good morning, and today is the 5th of May 2026. So today I'm going to be taking you through how to trade gold, and we're also going to be trading live. So to all those that want to trade gold online, we have a group where you can join, and you can WhatsApp me on my number, and that is for the guys in Zimbabwe and South Africa, and also in the UK. So that is the guys that we're working with, Zimbabwean guys. That's mostly the group is for the Zimbabweans. And today we're going to be looking at how to trade gold. I'm going to be streaming live every day between 1 o'clock and around 2:30. So it depends on how this goes. And I do my live trades. When you're trading gold, there are two things that can happen. You can win or you can lose. And trading gold is one of the most profitable things that you can do. That is because gold moves a lot every day. It has got a lot of movements, but many people trade it, and 90% of the people are not consistently profitable. So if you want to be consistently profitable in gold, you must understand how to trade gold. How is gold traded? How do you become consistent? And you can't trade gold with a small amount. So if you try to trade gold with $2, $5, it won't work. So you have to use prop firms. And if you want to be in our group, you need to join using my link. And then I'll put you in our group and you'll be able to get assistance. So how do you trade gold? Gold is traded in terms of time. So if you are trading gold, you must understand time. So you can't just trade gold at all times. You can also not swing trade gold if you've got a small amount of money. So now I'm going to take you to the account as we talk so that you can see what is happening. I've got a trade which is already open. I trade gold in the morning, in the AMs, and I normally stream to our group, and I also trade gold at certain times which I have given you. But right now we're in a trade. Our trade lasts from 1 o'clock South African time to 5 minutes to 2 South African time. And then we're done for that day. But there are other trades that you can do. You can trade at 3:30 in the afternoon, South African time. You can also trade it in the morning at 19 past 7. So gold follows times. You cannot trade gold randomly. And when you trade for 1 hour, it should stay in one direction. So according to the back test that we performed, if you go into gold at those times, it will go and stay in one direction. So if you pass the time that we have told you, gold will then do things that you don't know or that you don't understand. Like yesterday, you saw what happened. Gold was pretending to buy. And I said, you must close at 13.55. When you closed, you saw what happened. Gold went crazy. So when we trade gold, we go to the 1 minute chart. We don't trade on other charts. We trade on the 1 minute chart, and we only trade at the time. So you saw what happened here, that gold moved. And what was the time it moved? It was 2 minutes past 1. That is when it moves. And then we expect the next move at 19 minutes past 1. So that is when we enter. We enter gold at 19 minutes past 1. But the question is, what exactly is your entry? Why are you entering gold? You're entering gold to receive 1 hour of movement in one direction. So you are hoping that you get one direction, and the percentages are normally around 80% at this time, that gold will stay in one direction. So you don't need to know a lot, but you need to have a system. So that is the first thing you need to have, a system that is going to give you your lines. So where are you in the gold price? So on my left here, you can see my system. It shows you all the levels. It shows you the annual levels, the monthly levels, the high of the day, the low of the day, the opening line. So today our opening line, if we look at our system, our opening line today for gold was on 45.23. So if you go to my chart, you should be able to see a 45.23 line. So let's draw 45.23. So this chart is obviously not the one I use. So 45.23, that is where gold opened, here on this red line. That line is very important. When you see that red line, that's 14.23, that opening line is very important. Gold price is going to always try to go back to that line. So at some point during the day, gold will go and move around that line. Secondly, you must have your moving averages. So you've got the 200, which is blue. You've got the 50, which is white. Sorry, which is red. You've got the 20, which is white, and the 13. So these are the lines that I use. And then you must have your levels. So as I said, you must have your levels. That is high of the year, high of yesterday, low of yesterday, London high, London low. So you must know these levels before you trade gold. And then you must have a bias. So our system in the morning, it predicts where price is going to go that day, where it's going to, where the final destination of price is. And today our final destination is 45,000. That is what we woke up with. However, as we continue to trade, there was news. So you must understand the impact of news on gold. Gold moves a lot when there's news. So you can't just have one bias in the morning and stay and say that I'm going to put my sell and I'll stay there. So like gold was at 45.23. It went up all the way to 45.60. It can also change during the day, depending on what the news is. So like today, you can see that my trade, which I entered this price, this trade earlier on, I already took profits from this trade. So I sometimes do tests of periods because I can't just know only one thing. So I test certain periods. And one of the things I tested today was this drop from 45.59 all the way to 45.38. I was in that move and I sold. So if you go into my history, you will see that I've got a profit here at the bottom. So let me show you, apologies there. You'll see that I've got a profit of $24 at the bottom here. So at the bottom, you can see that I've got $24, but I'm currently in a trade that is minus $11. The reason why I closed the trade was because it was at a higher lot of 0.02. And because there's news coming and I'm trading during news, I reduce my lot size if I'm trading on that day. But for you, if you are not yet experienced in trading gold, you must not trade ahead of the news. So today there's news, you go to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com. That is the website you go to. You must do the work. Forexfactory.com. That is where we go. And when we go to forexfactory.com, we can see that there's news. And the news that we have right now coming up is the 2:30 news, which is Canada, Europe, and USD at 2:30. So because there's news, we are not going to be in a trade during news because the prop firm we use doesn't like it when we are in the news. We are in the trade during the news. So we close all our trades. So normally I just wait for my trade to get to zero, break even, then I close it. By 1:45, I must be out. I must be flat. I mustn't be having any trades. And today we've got another news at 4. So today I will leave the charts. I won't go into the charts until the next trade window. Our next trade window is at 7 p.m. So these are my windows. I don't say those are the only windows you can trade. You can also trade the afternoon sessions. So I've shown you the windows that we have here, which you can trade. But you must understand that gold, you can't trade it without understanding. You must get a 1 hour and you're out. You must make your $50 in that 1 hour. and you go. You mustn't hang around. Gold will take you out. It moves so violently. So our movements, our trade times in the evening include 4 minutes past 6. So today we're not trading 4 minutes past 6 because there's news at 4. There's 4 minutes past 7 in the evening. We can trade that window. There is a short window which happens at 7:55 p.m. to 8 p.m. I don't trade that window, but I know it. I know that window, but I don't trade it. So what I trade is 4 minutes past 7. I trade 4 minutes past 4, and I trade 3 o'clock. So 3 o'clock, there's no news today. So if you want, you can trade 3 o'clock. What normally happens is that the pre-market of the United States, which we are entering now at 1:30, does the opposite of what the New York session will do. And then at 3:30, the market does something else, which is opposite. So it moves in terms of hours. So like I said, when you trade gold, you must trade it in hours. You take a move, you maintain that move for an hour. If you go to 30 minutes and you see it changing, you close. If you're in a profit, you close, because gold can also turn in 30 minutes. It does it. But gold operates in terms of time, and you must have a bias. You must have a bias and a target to say, this is where I think the price is going. So like I said, today we said price is going to 45,000. That is what our system told us in the morning. So I woke up with that bias, but you must not just sell. You must understand the indicators or the signal. What is the signal that is giving you? If gold is going up and it's flat up like that, you are not going to sell until liquidity has been taken. So at the moment, liquidity has not been taken, but it's struggling to go up. Remember, our bias is that gold is going to go down. So as long as there's no snap, what is called a snap is when a big candle breaks the moving averages. You can see every time the moving averages snap up, gold buys. But you don't want to buy in this crowded space here where everything's happening. You want to buy where gold is moving smoothly. So you look at a place where gold is moving and it's away from the moving averages, and the moving averages are away from each other. That is when you buy. You don't want to buy when the moving averages are next to each other, like where it's crowded there. You are going to waste your time. It's going to take a long time. When you do gold, if you go to the times I told you, if you go to 19 minutes past 1, if you go to 19 minutes past 12, if you go to 4 minutes past 9, we have done back tests, and during those times, gold normally snaps and takes a direction. You can then hold that direction, and when you're satisfied, you can then move away, and you are ready. So for now, let's quickly look at what's happening with gold. You can see that gold is turning, and the time is 28 minutes past 1. So I'm going to just wait a little bit here. You see that it's going. Do not worry, because we are in a very small lot size. So our lot size is 0.01 right now. Normally I trade 0.02 and 0.03. At the moment, I'm only trading 0.01 because it's ahead of news. So let's put the proper heading here, how to trade gold. So basically, that is where we are. You obviously don't want to trade gold when it is in the opposite direction. So you don't want to try to oppose gold. Don't try to go the opposite way. If gold is going this side, don't try to go that way. Don't try to say, I've caught the top. You're going to lose very badly. Gold is very, very volatile, and it's very dangerous. So if you've got a question, you can ask here in the comments. I'll answer you. I'm just going to watch my trade here and stand here quietly. And remember, we're closing in the next, that is 15 minutes. 13:55, we close without fail. It doesn't matter what's happening at that time, we close, because gold is going to do something crazy. If the moment you pass the time, it will do something crazy. So you can watch your own chart. If you have a question, you can ask me. But That is how you trade gold. You must have a bias. You must have a system that tells you you can either go online or what. You can choose the bias for that day from a system. You must try to trade at the windows and only trade 1 hour at a time and make your $50 and leave. Obviously, as your account gets bigger, you can trade more because it depends on what is happening. And when you get a loss, accept it. If you lose, accept the loss. Don't try to say, let me go back and do this and do that. If your trade is in the wrong direction and the theory is wrong, and you've been taken out, be taken out. Do not have a stop loss of more than $20 if you're trying to make $50. And don't try to move your stop. Those are the things that you should do. You will survive, and your account will survive, and eventually you make money. Our target is for you to make $1,000 a month, and you don't need a job. So if you do what I'm showing you here, one day you're going to make $150. Another day you're going to lose $20. Another day you're going to make $50. Another day you're going to break even. But at the end of the month, you're going to make enough money to cover your bills. That is what you want to do. And you must be on the charts at the same time. You mustn't be on the charts at random or at all times. Only trade 1 hour a day, maximum 2 hours. That is how we trade gold. So I'm going to be leaving this screen on so that we can see what happens. If I'm taken out, I'm out. If I'm not taken out and I'm in a loss, I still close at 5 minutes to 2. And if it so happens that I get taken out, I've accepted the loss and I go away. My stop loss is in. I will never lose my account because my stop loss is in. My lot size is small. And as I said, if you want to ask anything, you can ask in the comments. So that is where it is right now. Thank you very much. I'll see you later. I'll be sitting here and watching.
Push on the beat. Push on the beat. Push on the beat.
Right, guys, so you can see that our position has been taken out. So our position has been taken out. That is our runner. So we were initially in two lots, and then I left a runner. What is called a runner? A runner is a position that you leave, hoping that it will continue going down. But unfortunately, that runner has been taken out. So you can see in our history, we've got two positions. So the first position made $24 here at the bottom. So I'm going to make this bigger for you. So the first position made $24. Then we left a runner. The runner was totally taken out, and we lost $20. So as I said, our stop loss. Sorry, music. Let's remove the music. Right. So remember, my bias was that the trade was going to run down to 4,500. So we went in right here at the top with a 2 lot and then a 0.02, and then the trade took us out. It went back, it didn't continue. We were hoping that it would continue. It didn't continue. And then it took us out. So we didn't lose money, but we could easily have stopped here. So if it's you and you realize that you're in this position, you can leave at that point. You can leave and say, I'm not going to continue because you have lost enough at that point. So in most cases, I would actually not trade beyond 111.55. So already we've been taken out. So for today, it's done. We are not going to go back into the trade. We are finished for today. We don't do anything else. We didn't make money today. We didn't lose money. We made $2, but we're supposed to make more. Our plan was to make $67 today, but the runner that we left was taken out. So you leave now. You don't come back today in the market. It's done. Don't try to come in because gold doesn't stop. Like when it does this, don't try to say, now that it's taken on my stop, let me go in again. It will go another 1,050. God can do anything. So don't re-enter, leave and accept the loss that we've done for today. We've taken for today. And then come back tomorrow. We'll be back again here and we'll trade again at the same time. But don't try to enter because it will only turn at 2:30. That is the next time it's going to turn. It won't turn again. And it doesn't mean that once you're taken off, you must try again. Don't try again. That is how it is for today. Our trade didn't go as planned. And unfortunately, that is how it is. A loss, not a loss, a small profit. And then the runner turned against us. But because it was on a smaller lot size, we didn't lose. Otherwise, if we had left the money in, it was going to be bad. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys later. That is the trade for today. And I hope that you understand how to trade gold. You can modify my strategy to suit your own. And you see that the mistake that we did here was to enter earlier. So we should have understood that once you get to 19 past 1, we're supposed to close the whole lot. So close the whole lot and reverse. So this is 1 minute past 1. And then 19 past 1, we're supposed to enter a buy. We have been selling all the way from 19 minutes past 12. So if you sell from 19 past 12 and then 19 past 1, you're supposed to buy. And then you wait for 2:30 when the market opens, and then gold is going to turn again. So that is how it works. Gold works by time. It doesn't work any other way. You have to understand the time and you have to understand how the direction. So we're looking at short-term direction. We're not looking to swing trade gold. We're looking for short-term direction. So after this, we take a screenshot. So we're going to take a screenshot. We took a screenshot when we started. So let me show you where the screenshot was when we started. You must always take a screenshot of the trades so that you learn. Next week, you understand. So now what you understand is that we must always buy at 19 past. So let me show you where it was at 9 past 12. So when we entered our first, let me show you where it was when we entered our first sell. So you can see this was 9 past 12. I took a screenshot, and that was today. Is today Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday. Today. That is where when we entered our sell and we got the money. It went down for the hour. So remember what I said, gold goes through an hour. So now we're going to take another screenshot, and then I'll show you tomorrow or next week. So where gold is going right now, according to my prediction, is 45.70. That is where I'm anticipating it to go. Until then, I can attempt another. If I was going to be in the market, if I'm back in the market by that time, I'll then enter there, but not now. Don't enter now. Don't try to fight gold. Gold, if you oppose it, you will lose. Go in the same direction as gold. So I'm going to take 1348 on 5 May 2026. So that is our trade. You see that is stress-free trading. You don't have stress if you trade this way because you are not losing a lot of money. You lose you gain $2 if you are losing. If you win $100. That is the idea. So our idea was to win $67. If you lose, you don't lose, you break even. So look at it here. So that is the one for the earlier one when I sold, when I made the $24. And then now I've just taken a screenshot. And this is the screenshot here. Sorry, apologies. I think I'm uploading the wrong one. Let me find the correct screenshot, which we just did now. Or I must go back to 1 minute. Let me go back to 1 minute and take another screenshot. We must always work on 1 minute chart. So 1 minute chart, because it makes you see the movements as they happen. You are in a trade and you must not try to oppose gold. So right now, if you are watching gold and you're on account, don't try to oppose gold. Let it go. Let gold go. Gold doesn't reverse easy. When it starts taking a direction, it takes that direction. And it can punish. Gold can punish. There's nothing that can punish more than gold. It punishes heavily because it is a powerful thing. Gold is a powerful thing. The movements that it makes, you cannot understand them. So that is the screenshot there of what happened. We went in and went down, got a profit of $24. And then right now, as you speak, gold is pretending to go down. But I can assure you, gold does not go out without taking someone out. But anyway, no one knows what it does. You must just go for the 1 hour, which means at 13:55, the person who's buying must stop, because what it will do is to go and take out all the profits that you've made. So if you make a profit in gold and you don't take it and you say, I'm going to wait, it is going to reverse everything. You saw what just happened to us here. Gold reversed everything that we gained in the past hour. And gold moves in hours. So when you see it moving in a certain direction, don't doubt what it's doing. So let's say now you're seeing it moving down. Don't doubt and say maybe it does what it's doing, and it does it. Gold just moves. And when it takes a direction, it takes it. And your advantage is to change your mind as quickly as you can. When your idea doesn't work, don't delay to change. Change quickly, and you'll be able to make money. And in today's case, we broke even because we're the runner, and our runner was taken out. It turned against our runner. So we took out $24, and then we left our runner of $1 of 0.01, and that runner was taken out. So for the next 5 minutes, let's just watch what happens. Remember, we closed at 1:55 sharp. We close our chart, we close all the trades. It doesn't matter what trade we're in, we close it. That is how we trade gold. Right, guys, it's exactly 1:55. We are going to stop the stream now. This is the time when I stop trading. I'm not saying you must stop your trade. If you want to test your idea, you can continue. It's up to you. But myself, at 1:55, I stop. If I'm in a profit, I close. If I'm in a loss, I close without fail. So I'll see you guys later. Please buy your challenge through my link. You can go to the group and buy your challenge. Gold is a lot of work, but it's like one of the easiest ways to make money. If you manage your risk, you will never blow your accounts. And eventually you become an expert and you make money. However, you have to learn, you have to understand gold. Don't trade anything else. Just trade gold and focus your time on gold. Eventually, you're going to make thousands and thousands a day. You make 10,000 in a day, you make 100,000 in a day because you can have a big account. But don't try to move fast before you understand what's going on. You have to understand what is going on. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. And I'll see you again tomorrow morning at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., depending on what is happening that day. Thank you very much. And a good day to you all.